to our member developments with Kibow Biotech. We're so excited to have them on today. Just wanted to go over a couple of events that are upcoming that we hope you're able to check out as well. Next week, we have a Member 101. So if you're interested in learning how to utilize your chamber membership, we hope you check that out. And next Thursday, May 14th, we have our Small Business Awards event virtually. So we're excited for that inaugural virtual event, and we hope to see you all out there. And we have Kibow is one of our honorees and sponsors as well. So we would like to introduce Kibow Biotech and their team. They're a biotechnology company founded in 1997, but based in suburban Philadelphia, and specializing in the development and commercialization of scientifically formulated and clinically tested probiotic dietary supplements. Kibow specializes in probiotic supplements for maintaining kidney health and boosting the immunity of the geriatric population by restoring their intestinal microflora. Established to fight these rapidly growing health risks, Kibow provides the highest quality, non-drug dietary supplements at affordable prices. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the Kibow team, and hopefully we learn a lot more today about their the supplements that they are providing.
You want to put it?
Okay. You want me to share the slides, huh?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Natarajan Ranganathan, and you can put the camera first. When I just say put the slide, you can put the slide on. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. When I tell you the slide, Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Natarajan Ranganathan, and in short, they call me Dr. Rangan. And our company was established in 1997. It's almost a 22-year-old company. We were incubated in the University City Science Center in Philadelphia from 1997 to 2005. And we moved on to the Newtown Business Center, initially taking 2,500 square feet, and then 5,000 square feet. And now we are in our own building for the past 8 years with a 7,500 square feet. Basically, our operation here is mainly research and development, as well as marketing sale. We do not manufacture our products. The ingredients are made by DuPont at Wisconsin, and the ingredients are shipped to a company called as ADH in New York, and actually they put the products together in the form of bottles or whatever you'll be saying. Well, it has taken a long time for us to come, and I'm truly humbled that this is a year with the unprecedented events happening all over the world. And May is a month which is a very important month, and besides Thanksgiving as well as Christmas. And we are here to give you, before we go in for the 14th the award ceremony, to give you a snapshot of our company. And this is a education webinar, and I hope you would pardon me if you don't understand some of the scientific terms, but I hope I'll be able to just give you a glimpse of the extent of the scientific validity and the amount of exhaustive work that we have done all these years. And as you know, more and more people want natural products, non-GMO, and products that is safe, and products that doesn't have any sort of a side effects, as you see in some of these advertisements followed by about dozen disclaimers telling may cause cardiovascular toxicity or kidney failure and all other things. So with that, let me give you an introduction about our company, and we are going to go to the PowerPoint presentation, and after the PowerPoint presentation is finished, we will just come back to answer any questions as well as any other things that you want to. Suman, just go ahead, please. All right. Actually, I take pride in telling that the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce has given this opportunity for us. I certainly want to thank Trish as well as the board of directors and Jacqueline for making all these arrangements. And as I told you, this is educational webinar, and I'm going to just expose a lot of new things to you. A lot of people may not have realized the depth and the expenses incurred with kidney disease. So we actually started the company addressing the kidney disease in 1997. And now, with all what is going on, we are in the process of developing a new product that will help to boost your immunity or stabilize your immunity against not only the current situation of the virus. It could be for flu season or other seasons. And as I told you, my name is Dr. Rangan. Next one, please. And just want to tell you, we thought in 1997 when we started, our original vision was, can we actually substitute the failing kidney function by the bowel? So this was, at that time, we thought we will develop a product called the artificial swallowable kidney. It's out of a pill. We thought we'll give a fancy name, artificial swallowable kidney. And we were invited to give a symposium at the International Society of Artificial Internal Organs in Edinburgh, Scotland. This was on August 4th, 1999. You can see. The gentleman that you see on the extreme left-hand side is Dr. Eli Friedman. He is one of the very distinguished nephrologists from the Downstate Medical Center in Brooklyn. Now you have seen all these COVID cases, I should say. Almost all of the COVID cases are in the same Downstate Medical Center hospital that he used to be working, I should say. So I visited that hospital so many times to meet with him. And the night next to me is the gentleman, his name is Dr. Tsumo Sanada. He is from Japan. He is also a distinguished nephrologist. On the extreme right-hand side is Dr. Carl Shellstrand. Shellstrand is actually a professor, associate nephrologist from Karolinska Institute in Sweden. So here are top 3 nephrologists in the world, and you can see me, and just through a challenge, can we just make this a reality? Can we make the bowel to substitute the failing kidney function? That's how we started. Next one. So we can just see, next one please. You want to give it to me, Suman?
Yes.
Okay. So our company Snapshot, what we do, we actually modulate the gut microbiome, or what we call as with pro and prebiotics. You must have seen wherever you go in any of these chain stores, you have heard about probiotics and prebiotic gums and all other things. This is a sort of the thing that has come in the past 8 to 10 years. So normally the probiotics are meant for for digestive health or gut health, but we are looking outside the box. And you must have seen prebiotics or what is fibers, I should say. And our target population is CKD 3 and 4. What is chronic kidney disease failure patients 3 and 4? They're all pre-dialysis patients and patients waiting for kidney transplant and palliative care of patients and patients who are undergoing dialysis so that the outcome could be improved, as well as for pediatric applications. Currently, we are a very profitable dietary supplement company with rapidly increasing revenues. And it was in 2017, John Oliver opened up a show. In his show on May 15th, he opened up a picture on dialysis, topic was. And he exposed, he opened a Pandora's box and exposed how much the human health services or Medicare, Medicaid is spending towards healthcare patients. They are spending about $114 billion as against only about twice the money for taking care of the entire education of USA. So this is truly a multi-billion-dollar market potential. And on the right-hand side, if you see, Of the top 10 diseases, the kidney disease comes at the 9th. And it is the lowest. Of course, suicide is the last one. But do you know, kidney disease is the only disease where the government reimburses the expenses for dialysis patients, not for any other disease. Even if you have cancer, heart disease, or lung disease, nothing. Only for kidney disease, the government is spending quite a hell of a money in terms of billions of dollars. So we certainly feel that we are in the right place. We started right, and we are still in the right place. Next one. And I just want to give you what is probiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms when administered in adequate, I'm telling you adequate, in sufficient quantities confer a health benefit. If this is very important, a probiotic has to have a benefit, health benefit, then only you call as a probiotic, as you make now. So you know that wherever you go, you see probiotics. As just to want to give you a name, probiotics all belong to the names what we call as lactobacilli or lactic acid bacteria. And of course, it is divided into genus. One is lactobacillus, the other one is bifidobacterium, that is the genus. And of course, you come across species, acidophilus, plantarum, rhamnosus, etc. But what is more important is, if you take any of the bottles in the store, you will see lactobacillus acidophilus or lactobacillus rhamnosus, etc. But what is very important is the strain name, I should say. The strain name is, just to give you some sort of an idea, there could be so many people. I take myself as an example. My name is very long name, Natarajan Ranganathan, I should say. I belong to a family, I should say. My species, of course, is, now you can say that all my family are known as the same species as I am. But I'm the only Ranganathan who is involved in the probiotic research, I should say. So similarly, the strains that we have selected are highly selected strains which have an extremely very high potent benefit for healthcare applications. That is why the strain number or strain name is very, very important besides the genus as well as the family name. Next one. So at this point, I also want to tell you what is a fiber. A fiber is called as a prebiotic. The fiber is actually a fermented ingredient. If you take the fiber, we cannot digest it, but if you take your bowel or a gut, the thing that is present in the gut, that the microbes or microbiota or the microorganisms that is present there can utilize these fibers. It's almost like a plant. The plant grows, but if you add a little fertilizer, I should say, it grows bigger, I should say. It gives you more yield of any of the fruits or whatever you want. So basically, the fiber benefits the growth of good bacteria and inhibits the growth of the bad bacteria. So actually, fiber is very, very important. That is why you see a lot of Americans, they say you need to eat about 25 to 30 grams of fiber, because fiber is very important in modulating your gut microbiome. Next one. So if you take the difference between the fiber as well as this one, if you take the, can you go to the next one or give it to me? If you go to the difference between the probiotics and prebiotics, the probiotics are live microorganisms. They are mostly heat sensitive, temperature sensitive, as well as oxygen sensitive. They actually, we call them as the colony forming units in terms of the numbers. The higher the colony forming numbers, it is better it is. And it is, of course, not very stable. Most of the probiotics, when it comes in contact with the stomach acid, it gets destroyed, I should say. So in our case, we have a special capsule which is actually resistant to the stability, and that is how all our products are meant. Whereas the prebiotics, I told you, is a fiber. It is non-living, it is heat stable, it has a long shelf life, as well as it is a pH stable. We can go. So if you take this fiber, this as well as a probiotic, you know now what is a probiotic, you know what is a prebiotic. Let me give you some sort of idea about the human as well as the gut microbiome. The Human Microbiome Project was started in 1995. It took 10 years, $3 billion, and the researchers found out if you take the whole human body, I should say, that you have got about 10 trillion cells, I should say. I'm using the word 10 trillion, the whole body, I should say, and it is 23,000 genes, I should say. And the bowel was not recognized as an organ at all, I should say. So they totally forgot. And in 2005, they thought about it and they started and they found out about 2 to 3 pounds of the colonic contents, or what we call as the large intestine, is what we call as the microbes. And this is what we call as a gut microbiota or gut microbiome, the whole thing. The number of cells that is present in the large gut or large colon is 100 trillion. It is about 100 trillion. And the number of genes that is present is 3.3 million genes. As a matter of fact, until 2004, bowel was not recognized as an organ. We just used to know about the liver, kidney, brain, and all other things, but not the bowel. But bowel was only recognized as an organ only in 2004. Go to the next one, please. So you can see how complex the gut microbiome is. Now we know almost all diseases, doesn't matter whether it's cancer, cardiovascular, heart problems, or any problems, I should say, they are all related to what we call as imbalance of the gut microbiome. What we call as imbalance is there is a greater growth of pathogenic bacteria or bad bacteria versus the good bacteria you normally possess in a healthy life, I should say. So as you can see, it's about 8 years ago, me and my colleagues, we published the very first publication, a gastroenterology research and practice, that how complex the gut microbiome is and how it is affecting the diseases, I should say. And go to the next one, please. So if you take, in the case of kidney failure, just to give you, on the right-hand side, you see a healthy population. They have got high levels of good bacteria, what we call as lactobacillus, as well as high levels of bifidobacteria. They are good bacteria, I should say. This is a normal, healthy conditions, I should say. At the same time, if you just take, on the other side, you come across, that is, the patients who are chronic kidney patients, or patients who are actually having the kidney problems. There are low levels of lactobacillus bifidobacteria, but at the same time, there is a large amount of pathogenic bacteria. These pathogenic bacteria are as a result of the uremic toxins that you already have in your gut, and they feed these pathogenic bacteria. That is why what we are doing is, with our product, we restore the dysbiosis, that is the imbalance of the gut microbiome, thereby restoring a good health, and thus we are able to help the kidney failure patients with our product, what we call as an idol. And next one, please. And if you take, of course, with all humility, I tell you, of course, Delaware Chamber of Commerce has just recognized us now. I'm grateful. And at the same time, it was 2005, it's almost 15 years ago, in the Biotechnology Innovation Organization. That is an organization with 10,000 members. We were recognized initially for putting a poster presentation, and 2014, we are the first dietary supplement company. Bio normally recognizes biologicals or drugs, etc. But we are the first dietary supplement company to have been recognized for our innovative work on kidney disease. Of course, last year we were also honored by Dun & Bradstreet for being in business for all these years ago. So we have plenty of patents, and we have published a lot of work, and if you go to the website, you will be able to see that. And I'm telling you, we are passionate. I should tell you, our slogan is, we are passionate about your health. Not only we are passionate about your health, we are also passionate about your companion animals, cats and dogs. Our product, we have got what we call as Azidel. This is an animal product, and we have licensed it to a worldwide license to a company called as Veticanol, and this product has been there in the market for 2006. For this is the #1 product for cats and dogs with moderate to severe kidney failure. And we also have the equivalent product for humans. It is called as Ranidil. The Azadil is for cats and dogs. The Ranidil is for humans. The formulation is the same. The only thing is the size of the caps in the cat is small, dosage is small, whereas in the case of the human, the size is bigger, as well as the colony forming units are also higher. So our human product has been there in the market in 2010. Of course, we have recently had a collaboration with India for getting this product to India and some of the overseas countries within surrounding India. And I just absolutely take pride in telling you, in the past 10 years, neither us nor US FDA had any complaints, either minor or major, of any adverse events. But at the same time, just want to warn you, we cannot target our product, or we cannot tell consumers like you that our product is a drug. We have to be very careful. That's why we say helps maintain a healthy kidney function. We can make what we call as a structure function claim, because according to US Federal Trade Commission as well as FDA, we cannot misrepresent or miscommunicate to anybody, I should say, that our product is a drug. Because if it is a drug, you know that it has got to go through a total amount of vetting process, but we got so many thousands of customers, as well as 10,000 or more cats and dogs. They all use the product, and we have been having an excellent outcome from this. Next one, please. So we have done a pharma-like validation. I don't think even a pharmaceutical company will do a validation as we have done. That is why it has taken all these years to do our work issues in our clinical. And I don't want to go through that. It will be another whole 1-hour seminar, but you better just at least trust me that we have done more than a drug-like validation. I mean, a drug company will not do as much of a validation as we have done, including our products not necessarily for cats and dogs. We have tried our product in zoo animals with retired animals which has a kidney failure. We have tried in sea lions. So our product is as good as for animals as well as for human beings. And these probiotics are approved, generally recognized as safe, what we call as a GRAS, I should say now. So that is one of the reasons we can sell the product as a health supplement, not making any drug claims. At the same time, we can make structure function claim. And if you this was one of the beauty that is, want to tell you, just digress and tell you, kidney failure is not a primary disease. That's why nobody bothers about kidney failure. 1/2 of the patients approximately who are having diabetes, they end up with kidney problems, especially as they age. Kidney disease is a geriatric disease. Normally you see about 65, 70, that's the time everybody just realizes they have kidney problems. By the time they realize their kidney problems, they're already in stage 3 or stage 4. And kidney function, not only that, also people with hypertension or cardiovascular problems, 1/3 of them end up with kidney problems. The remaining is HIV, lupus, tuberculosis, etc. So kidney disease is not a primary disease. It is a secondary disease. That is one of the reasons why we have not paid much attention all these years. However, if you take the kidney disease, we actually measure the kidney disease by what we call as the glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, just like you measure your diabetes by A1C, or what you call as fasting blood sugar. You measure the cholesterol about 200 or less than 200. A blood pressure you measure 120 over 80. So in the case of kidney disease, we actually classify the kidney disease according to the glomerular filtration rate. The rate goes down as the kidney disease progresses. When you have less than 15 ml of a kidney function, at that time you have no option other than going for dialysis or transplant. And for your information, you know that only about 10% of the patients waiting on a transplant get a transplant, and they are still waiting other people. And there are 600,000 patients in USA for which the federal government spends about $40 billion in taking care of these 600,000 patients. I told you kidney disease is the only disease where it is reimbursed. So each and every patient costs approximately $70,000 per year per patient, and that's a huge market. Our strategy is, just go to the previous one, wait. Our strategy is to address actually, of course, the outcome would be better using our product. Our strategy is, can we halt the progression of the stage of kidney from 4 to 5 or 3 to 4? So we are actually looking into stage 3 and 4, and the market cap for this is about $32 billion in trying to just delay the need for dialysis. So we take pride in telling that our product, as a supplement actually, helps to delay the need for dialysis. As I told you, we cannot claim this in any consumer, this one, but at the same time, we say you can see this. Plus, a lot of these patients also spend additional money in going hospitalization, infection, etc. So if we add this 40, 32 plus another 32, almost $114 billion are spent on taking care of kidney disease. And we take pride in telling that we have been in the pioneers in the area of kidney disease with pro and prebiotics, I should say. Well, just want to let you know, this is Dr. Ranganathan Call. Of course, he is no more. And he was the inventor of the dialysis machine in 1943. He was originally a native of Netherlands. He worked at Cleveland Clinic where he actually developed the first dialysis machine. I had the distinct honor of knowing him for a long time. As a matter of fact, this picture was taken for our 10th anniversary, and he lived very close to our place in the Dunwood Retirement Homes. So I had the distinct honor of not only meeting him that and our 10th anniversary taking the picture. When I met with him in 2002 in one of the conferences in the Artificial Internal Organs of American Society in Washington, some talk came, and that time, what to tell you, when we started the company not as a dietary supplement company, we started the company as a drug development company. Our idea was, can we take a microbe, clone it with the different genes like a urease gene, uricase gene, creatinase gene, and take it orally, I should say, so that basically they will bypass the stomach acid, and when it goes to the colon, they compete with thousands and thousands, trillions of microbes that you have it, and that's how we started. But then we found out genetically engineered bacteria is taking it, those days I'm telling you, through the US FDA was going to be a humongous challenge because almost all of the kidney failure patients are highly immune compromised. Here is where I'm going to tell you. When I say immune compromised means they have got a very poor immunity, I should say. So taking this very poor immunity and trying to take a genetically modified product was a humongous challenge. So we turned 180 degrees and went into the naturally occurring microbes. That time probiotics was not known. We used to call as bacteria. Bacteria was a bad word. Then it became microbes. We used to call beneficial microbes. Of course, now you know it is called as probiotics. So Dr. Karl told me, Dr. Rangan, when I told him what they want to develop it as a drug, and there is a lot of resistance telling that you can't do this and all the things, he said, don't worry, whatever your gut feeling says, I should say, if you trust and have a belief in what you're doing, just go ahead. Time will come where people will recognize you. So I'm glad that time is slowly coming for Kibow to be recognized, I should say, and I'm truly humbled of my association, although infrequently with Dr. Ranganathan Call, who was the inventor of dialysis machine. So we call this, we are harnessing the power of the microbiome, and we call this as intestinal dialysis or enteric dialysis. It is a patented technology. It is also called as uremic toxin removal technology. We basically modulate the gut microbiome because I told you there are about 100 trillions of microbes in the gut. So we modulate it with pro and prebiotics, I should say. We have a very good scientific validation of the concept of enteric dialysis or intestinal dialysis in 1997. Using the gut microbiome, you will not believe it was in 2017, the Cleveland Clinic was the first one to forecast that the future is going to be the using the microbiome to prevent, diagnose, and treat the disease. And now it is the same thing. All of a sudden, the gut microbiome is exploding. Everybody is working and trying to modulate the gut microbiome, not necessarily with probiotics. They are trying to do with biologicals and other pharmaceutical drugs. So that's what everybody is working on, and it's a big field. And we ourselves, we are paving the natural product pathway to safer as well as efficacious pharma like paradation for CKD, as well as we are also working on gout. And at present, ours is a dietary supplement. And just want to let you know, go ahead, next one. Basically, as I told you, when you take the product, it bypasses the stomach acid, all the microbes, the probiotics, they go into the colon, and what you are ingesting is about 90 billion. What you have is 100 trillion. So depending upon person to person, it may take 4 weeks or 6 weeks for these good microbes that you are ingesting to eat the uremic toxins, because when the kidney fails, the toxin increases in the blood actually flows all over your lining of the bowel. They diffuse from the blood flow into the bowel. So these microbes actually go and eat the uremic toxin as a nutrient. The beauty is, as they eat, every 22 minutes they multiply. As they multiply, they suck in more and more uremic toxins from the surrounding blood into the bowel, and thereby reducing the level of uremic toxin and making the patients feel better. Just want to tell you, we take pride in telling that we are actually treating the cause, not the symptoms of chronic kidney disease. Normally, most of the medical nephrology professionals, they actually treat only the symptom, not the cause. The cause of this is, if you take the kidney has got 3 distinct functions. Kidney is a very important organ. You know, it is just the size of a fish that you can have. And this kidney has got a secretory function. It secretes hormones like renin for control of blood pressure. It secretes vitamin D for control of your thyroxine metabolism. And it also controls production of red blood synthesis with erythropoietin. So this is a secretory function, and it has a regulatory function, that is maintenance of the homeostasis or the balancing of sodium, potassium, phosphate trace elements. And it has an excretory function, that is excretion of unwanted nitrogenous substances like urea, uric acid, etc. in the urine. All these 3, at present, the doctor, if you are short of renin, they give you the blood pressure medication like ARB or ACE inhibitors. If you have any problems with thyroxine, they prescribe you vitamin D. Or if you are having anemic, they give you the erythropoietin. If there is too much of potassium, they give potassium binders. Too much of phosphate, they give you phosphate binders. And in order to increase the urinary output, they give you what you call as diuretic, I should say. So the present modern drug therapy is meant only for treating the symptoms. So at the same time, all these 3 functions are interrelated. So our product will be working 24/7 and in trying to eliminate the uremic toxins via the bowel. That is why we call this as enteric toxin reduction technology. So to a certain extent, the other 2 functions, secretory functions as well as the regulatory function, will be reduced to a certain extent. In other words, there will be enhanced rather extent. So we are in a better position to address the kidney function as a whole in treating the cause. Next one. So if you just take a look at it, the past, people used to think only urea, uric acid, creatinine are the toxins. But lately we know a lot of kidney failure patients don't die of kidney failure, they die of cardiovascular problem. The cardiovascular problem is because we eat a lot of people, of course, especially in the Western society, we eat a lot of meat, red meat. They produce what we call as uremic toxins like indoxil as well as paracosol and other aromatic metabolites. They are present in a very small concentration but highly toxic. So normally this is not reported in any of your lab parameters. So you come across a situation, a lot of people die of cardiovascular toxins. We address not only the urea, uric acid, creatinine, our formulation also addresses the removal of this in the toxins, cardiovascular toxins. And also, the future is going to be the modulation of gut microbiome. So we actually increase the growth of good bacteria and inhibit the growth of the bad bacteria, therefore stabilizing the dysbiosis. And in this case, of course, that is why we say we are very proud that we are looking outside the box and using pre and probiotics for kidney failure applications. At this point, I want to get to the thing that is happening now. You know, it's extremely unfortunate, and well, we are all, the whole of the world is affected with a single virus, and I don't have to tell you this COVID-19 virus. And you know that as of today, I heard about 70,000 people have died, and over 1 million people are afflicted with it. Now, this is because, and especially most of the people who die, they are elderly, because they have a very poor immunity, because they already have diabetes and some of the cardiovascular problem, they have a very poor immunity. So nobody thought of immunity at all. But now only suddenly an awareness is coming. Oh my God, immune health is very, very important. We are not only in good health, immune health is very important as you grow old, I should say. So we are trying to get a product to the market. And of course, dysbiosis, as it were, imbalance of the gut microbiome, is related to the immune function, or weaker immune function, or poor immune function, actually. So now all of a sudden we are thinking, my God, the immunity is not only associated with health, but it is more important as you get old, especially in disease conditions. So we are actually in the process of, we have already developed, but we are getting ready to launch the product in a big scale. Go to the next one. So I just want to tell you, these are all the reactions that is occurring in your body. There is this probably 3,000 to 4,000 reactions that is occurring in the body, I should say. The good Lord has made all this to happen in a synchronized manner so that you are in good health, I should say. And when you are hit with any of the diseases, the immune function goes, astray. It goes berserk, I should say now. So you come across various things, what we call as, these are all the various biomarkers of immunity. And again, as I told you, this is not normally done in the hospital. Now only they are looking more and more deeper into these immune markers, especially after knowing the COVID conditions, I should say, what are the best markers that we can just use, and lots of scientific basis there, and I don't want to just go through that to give you, but just to give you that you come across immune cell biomarkers, which is totally called as inflammatory markers, as well as pro-inflammatory markers, oxidative markers, etc. Next one. So all this is anti-inflammatory markers, pro-inflammatory markers, oxidative cell markers. These are all the biological markers that we normally use in assessing. But all this is related to a single one called as a CRP. It's called C-reactive protein. It's a collective biomarker in all disease. And of course, if you take your hospital record, definitely whether you're healthy or you're diseased, you will have a report from the lab report, CRP. CRP is actually landmark. CRP is actually a key biomarker to assess in a disease stage. If you are diseased, your CRP goes up. If you are in a stable condition, your CRP will be maintained at all times. Of course, it depends upon person to person also. Now, with all what has happened, go back please. Now, with all what has happened, we are all quarantined, and the whole scenario has changed. We are never going to be in the phase the old life. We are at home, and of course, we are with family members and everything. So we are stressed. I'm sure you would agree with me. It's good to stay with the family, but not quarantined, I should say. And not only you are stressed, your family is stressed, everybody is stressed, I should say. And of course, along with the stress, anxiety, I should say. Now, what is going to be happening, I should say? What will be happening, And so stress, anxiety ultimately goes into depression, I should say. And the stress, anxiety, depression, go to the previous one, please. Stress, anxiety, depression also is reflected as a CRP. So, as I told you, CRP is a key marker, not only in good health, under even the present conditions, I should say. And CRP is a sort of a biomarker that we just use for normal health as well as under the conditions that we have various diseases. And I think at present, with all our stress, anxiety, and depression, etc., although we don't want to go to lab and find out what our CRP is, we are much more immune susceptible. Our immunity is getting poorer. Go to the next one. So what I thought was, as a gesture from Kibow, we already have a product which is a fiber, Kibow Fortis, which is actually a fiber that not only helps for digestive system, it also helps cholesterol, it helps immune system, it balances the microbiome. So we have a product called as a Kibow Fortis, I should say. And we also have a Flora, what we call Kibow Flora. It's a natural immune boosting system product, which is a probiotic. The Kibow Flora is a probiotic, whereas Kibow Fortis is a fiber. Joined together, it is one of the products that will actually fight against any of the immunity. Of course, please don't quote me. It's going to take a long time. We are in the process of developing a newer product for the boosting immunity based upon the knowledge that we have gained so far. Go to the next one. So, what is symbiotic immune boosting product that we are trying to do is, it is going to be a new product to be launched, and it's going to be compromising of pro and prebiotics and multi-fiber formulation, but it is going to be distinctly different, I should say, and it may be very helpful in all flu seasons. It may also combat viral and bacterial infections, and they are predicting there could be one more wave or already. It will be very useful for frontline healthcare professionals, and it is also recommended for all health conscious consumers. Let me tell you this, if I'm going to take this as a drug product, it will take another 12-13 years for this to come as a drug product. So we cannot use the word that our product is going to be helping the COVID or anything. No, we only simply say our product will help to maintain the immune system or boost the immune system. And we are just working with various side chain and all of things, and to find out how best we can project it to the market. But this product, we are trying to aim to get to the market as soon as possible, and this will be a very useful market in trying to preserve, at least help your immunity. So in all cases, the immunity is a very important one. Go to the next one, please. So now I've talked enough expressing so much about our science, but I just want to let you know that a lot of people ask me, how did you come up with the name Kibow? It's a long story. To make it short, after establishing the company in 1997 at 2001, I was in a meeting in downtown Philadelphia with the Japanese Chamber of Commerce, and next to me was Dr. Matsumo Sanaka. Dr. Matsumo asked me, Dr. Rangan, what are you doing? And that time, I'm telling you 201 or 202, I said, I'm trying to develop a product for kidney failure patients that can take orally. He said, why are you wasting time? We already have a product, and that product is a charcoal product called as cremazine, I should say. I said, I know that, but your charcoal product just takes only some of them. It doesn't take all the toxins, and also it doesn't modulate the gut microbiome, I told him. Well, you think you can develop a product better than Clemizine? I said, yes, we can do that. That is my ambition. That is my vision. That is my goal, I should say. And what he told me was, that's the time he told me, he stood up, patted me at the back, and he said, at least you have done one good thing, Dr. Rangan. You have chosen a very good name for your company. And I said, why? Kibow, how did you come with the name with the company? I said, basically, we came with the name of the company as failing kidney function by the bowel. Substituting the failing kidney function by the bowel, we said Kibow. I said, well, you have chosen a very good name. Kibow in Japanese means hope. I take pride in telling that, he said, if you can show that your product works, you will be able to easily get your product in Japan. We not only want to give hope to the Japanese kidney failure population of patients, we want to give hope to the whole world kidney failure patients. So I'm truly humbled and honored that our work is being realized more by the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. And with that, I always say, hope never abandons you unless you abandon hope. And I am also praying that we all hope for the new normalcy. It's never going to be the old, it's going to be the new normalcy. And hopefully we will not only see the sunshine all times, we will also see the rainbow at the end of the tunnel. And with that, I would like to close and turn to Jacqueline and Trish.
Thank you so much. That was extremely educational, and this is amazing. So if a Delaware County Chamber member or myself would want to be able to purchase these supplements, how would we go about it?
Okay. We have the supplements that is in Amazon. You can go on Amazon, and actually we also have it online with us. I would encourage you to order with us, because if you order to the Amazon, we pay commission. Not only pay commission, we have to pay extra postage, I should say, now free shipping, I should. We do the free shipping also, I should say now. So if you want to order, you can just order, and both the products are available, and at the same time, go ahead. What's the next question?
So if you were to take the supplements, do you take them both? Both of the products that you were talking about today, do you take them together? Is that what you would recommend, or do you recommend separately? What's the best way to do that?
I told you, we are actually looking at a still final formulation.
Okay.
But I don't know whether you can you just show this one?
They can see.
They can see.
Yep.
You can see, I have this, this is a Kibow fortis, there's a fiber, the Kibow flora, I should say, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Kibow fortis is 90 caplets. You will have to take 3 caplets per day, okay? It's a big one, it's a fiber, I told you, it's like a fertilizer, okay?
Yes.
And if you find that you can break it into 2 and 8 if it is too big, I should say now. But it is 3 tablets, you can take morning, afternoon, or evening. 3 tablets per day, I should say, okay?
Okay.
And this is a flora. This actually I've got 60 capsules, I should say. You take 1 per day, I should say now. So if you take these 60 capsules, this is a 2-month supply, and this is a 2-month supply. Okay?
Yep.
So we will be honored, not only that, as a gesture to you recognizing us. If you go to your website, if you order, it will be a full price. I have an offer for all the Delaware County members who would be ordering at 50% discounted cost actually. The total price is, it is about $93.35. So the 50% cost, if you mentioned that you attended this seminar, I will give you a code, I should say. We'll give you a code that you can put it on, I should say. If you directly order it, I should say.
Oh, that's terrific. So I'll make sure, we'll get the code and we will share it with the participants from today, because I know that's a great incentive, because these products, they're definitely very helpful and they'll help us stay healthy. before I ask any more questions, I will encourage our panel or any of the attendees, if they have questions, to please type them in the Q&A or the chat box, and we will be sure to ask them. Or if we can't do it today, we will make sure that they are answered and we will follow up with you. So we would just go on the website, use the code, and order the products. And then, is there anything else that you want the members of the chamber to know before we wrap up today, or we get any more questions?
Well, I'm glad that you just, honored us. I'm humbled, I should say. This is a teamwork. It is not myself. I've been blessed with so many good people, and I have no words to thank, all my scientific advisory board of directors, the staff of Kibow that have been working with me all these years. So just want to let you know, we are not a company that was just born yesterday trying to make any buck or anything like that. We have been here for about 22 years, and you can go and talk to any of the people who are using our product. They will tell you we get an enormous amount of compliments from everybody. The only thing is they're asking, why is it not a drug? And by the by, I want to tell you, although I feel bad, we just got today an information that we have submitted an IND. It is we are going to take the product as a drug. We are going to launch the product as a drug, and it's going to be 3 years from today we will be launching the product as a drug. But when it is a drug, the product that costs $50, our kidney failure product, may cost $500, and who will be benefited is the pharma company who will acquire our company will be benefited actually. So this is a natural non-GMO product, safe, and certainly, thank you very much for recognizing our company.
Well, we are honored that you were able to join us and educate all of our members today, and educate us, and as well as offering a fantastic deal for us for learning more about this and hopefully being able to better ourselves. So thank you for educating and helping us to better ourselves in the community. We will be honoring Kibow, for those that don't know, at our 2020 Small Business Awards, and that will air next Thursday. We taped it yesterday, recorded it. So we're excited to be able to bring that to all of our members. And thank you again. We're truly honored and humbled that you would share this opportunity with us. And hopefully we see you again soon in person, hopefully. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you very much.